Hello everyone, I'm Frank, and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called Shy Friends, and it's by Skojo. And here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and 3x3 box. We have dynamic fog. Hold on, I'm getting a call. On pause. And I'm back. Sorry, it was actually a spam call, so I don't understand the whole I get why they made it easier for people to essentially set a number, but that just means that so many people can scam and spam calls from fake numbers. I don't understand why they implemented that. Maybe they should just remove it, actually. I think the utility that it gives is far outweighed by the essential the utility that is gained is far outweighed by all the scamming, all the public issues that you have from basically spoofing a number. So I think that you should basically never have the ability to spoof. I think that's see, or not spoof, but basically say, oh, call back to this number when it's actually not your number. There needs to be some safeguards set in place for that. In that also removes ability to robocall, but in my opinion, that's actually probably a good thing, right? I don't know. Unless you actually have access to the phone number, I think it just seems like it's very problematic that basically people can basically say, "Hey, I'm this number," when it's actually not their number. There should be some accountability, I feel. Anyways, sorry, this is that derailed. Let's continue with the rules. We have dynamic fog, where the fog grid is partially covered in fog. Placing a correct digit may or may not reveal other cells in the grid. I'm not really sure I like that. If it may or I always prefer that it reveals the cell that you place the correct digit in. But even then, it's not necessarily the best. I don't know. I'm of two minds for the dynamic fog of war that's occurred, but it is what it is. We also have friendly givens, where any cell where its digit matches at least one of its row, that is 1 from 9, top to bottom, its column, 1 from 9, left to right, so this is 2, this is 3, etc., or 3x3 box number, 1 to 9 in normal Western reading notation order, is a friendly cell. So this is considered box 1 for normal Western reading order. This is 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So in a cell where its digit matches at least one of its row, its column, or its box number, it is a friendly cell. All friendly cells have been given as black digits in the grid. For clarity, that means that an unfogged cell, so these are unfogged cells, that does not contain a black given digit may not have a digit equal to its row, column, or box number. So, as an example, then, this digit cannot match its row, which would be 2, its column, which would be 4, or its box, which would also be 2. Let's use this one too. This digit may not match its row, which is 3, its column, which is 2, or its box number, which would be 1 in that case. So because it's unfogged, it's not given as a black digit. So that's the whole reason why it's called friendly givens. Because a given digit is essentially given as a black digit, right? So there would be essentially, say, a 3 here that would show up if this were friendly, if this were a 3. But because it's not given, that means we know it can't be 3, 2, or 1, because that would match its row, its column, and its box, which is essentially known as a friendly cell. And that's why this puzzle is called Shy Friends, because the friends can only be given, and they are not shown essentially in Fog of War, I guess. Wouldn't that be? I don't know. I guess they're given. All the friendly cells are given. So they have to. So if it's not, if it's blank and showing in the fog of, and showing basically not fogged up. If it's blank and it's not fogged up, we know it cannot match its row number, its column number, or its box number as a digit in that cell. So that's an example of how first friendly cells work and what a given is, right? A given cell is basically one that's just basically given to us in the beginning of the puzzle. So that's how that's an example of how friendly given works. And finally, we have region sum lines, where box borders divide blue lines into segments with equal sums. Different lines may have different sums. So, for example, these 2 digits must equal the same sum as these 3 digits, which must equal the same sum as this 1 digit. So this is equal to the sum of these 3, which is equal to the sum of these 2 digits here. So you could have something like 6, 1, 3, and 2, and then this is 5 and 1, and that would be valid because these 2 add up to what this is, which is 6. These 3 add up to what both of these add up to, which is 6. And that's an example of how region sum lines work. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay. So, first of all, these 3 digits equals essentially this digit. Well, if you have 3 unique digits adding up to another digit, the single digit must be 6, 7, 8, or 9, right? However, none of these are given. Since none of them are given, they cannot match the row or the box they are in, which would both be 2. So this is at minimum 1, 3, and 4, which means this has to be 8 or 9 here. We know if you have 3 unique digits adding up to another digit, a single digit, you have to have 2 digits from 1, 2, and 3, right? You'll either have 1, 2, 3 adding up to, at least 2 digits adding up to, which must be what from 1 through 3. You could have 1, 2, 3 by itself, which adds up to 6. 1, 2, 4, which obviously includes 1 and 2, adding up to 7. You could have 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4, adding up to 8. Or you could have 1, 2, 6, 1, 3, 5, or 2, 3, 4, adding up to 9. So obviously, you have to have 2 digits from 1 and 3, at least, in these cells. Well, none of them can be 2, because again, that would match the row number and the box number, and therefore, none of these could be 2, because they have to be given if that's the case. So it has to be at least 1, 3. It's 1, 3, and 4, or 1, 3, and 5 here. So we have a guaranteed 1, 3, and it's either 4 or 5 with it. That means the rest of the row and the rest of this box cannot contain, box 2 cannot contain 1 or 3. So 1 or 3 has to be here. This can't be 1 or 3. 1 cannot match either of these. This adds up to 8 or 9. but neither of these are given, so it can't be a friendly cell. So 1 would match essentially both row and it would match the box. So none of these could be 1. It could be either 2, 6, 2, 7, or 3, 6, or 3, 5, or potentially 4, 5. This cannot match row 2. It cannot match column 3 in box. So it can't, yeah, neither of these can match 2 or 3. Because it's row 3 here, column 2 here. This is row 2, column 3 here. So they can't match 2 or 3 because they're not given. So it's at minimum 4 and 5. So this has to be a 4 or 5, which forces this to be add up to 9. So this is a 9 because you have a 4, 5 pair. That's the minimum we can have in that box. Therefore, this must be equal to the minimum, and it's 9. This then must be 1, 3, and 5 added together. That 1, 3, 5 triplet eliminates 1, 3, and 5 in the rest of the row. So this can't be 5. This is 4, and this is 5. This digit cannot match. Okay, this can't be 5 because that matches the column number. Any of 1, 3, 5 matches, so that's fine. 5 must be one of these two cells, since 5 has to be one of these two cells here. It can't be in the rest of row 2. So in row 1, 5 can't be here because 5 in the box. 5 can't be here because of the 1, 3, 5 triple in the box. So 5 again must be one of those. This is equal to the same digit as that, which is equal to the same digit as that. This cannot be 2. Cannot be 1, 3, or 5. So this could be 4, 6, 7, 8. And it cannot be 9 because it matches that digit. So 4, 6, 7, 8, 4, 6, 7, 8. Well, none of these are given, so they cannot be a friendly cell. This would be cannot match 3, 5, or 2. That's fine. This cannot match 4, 6, or 5. So 4 and 6 are removed, which means this can't be 4 or 6. These have to be the same thing. And this cannot match row 5, column 7, or box 6. So this must be 8. So all of these are 8. Okay. Okay, we know 2 cannot be any of these. Therefore, where is the 2 in box 2? It must be one of these two cells. These digits cannot be 8 or 9, and it can't be 7 because they're not given, so they can't be a friendly cell, which means column 7 doesn't work. So this must be at most 5 and 6. It could be 4 and 6. So either way, 6 has to be one of these. Because in box 5, we have 4 digits which add up to at least 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 adds up to at least 10. This cannot be 7 because it can't be 7 in the column because neither of these are friendly or given. So none of them are given, so neither of them are friendly. Therefore, they cannot have a 7 there because that would be friendly for this column 7 here. So it's either 5, 6, or 4, 6. If this were 5, 6, that would mean this has to be 1, 2, 3, and 5 because those are the only digits which ever add up to 11. But since 5 would be here as a friendly digit and it's not given, this cannot contain a 5. So it must be 1 through 4 here, which makes this a 4, 6 pair, adding up to 10. Because that's the maximum, that's the minimum for these 4 digits, and it's the maximum for these 2. These 3 digits must add up to 2 cannot be here. These digits must add up to 10. So it's 1 through 7. 4 cannot be here because none of those are given. This can't be 5. Actually, none of these can be 5 either. To add up to 10, it's either 127 or 136. So 1 has to be one of these here, which means this can't be 1 here. This cannot be 1 here specifically because that matches the column. This can't be 2 here because it matches the column. So this is row 5 and box 4. 4 and 5 cannot match any of those. This can't be 3 because that matches the column then. So it's either 127 or 136 here. We're not sure which. 4 cannot be here because that matches the column. This can't be 4 also because it matches the column. So this is 3, which means none of these can be 3, which means this can't be 1, 3, and 6 adding up to 10. It must be 1, 2, 7. 3 eliminates 3 here, so this is 1. This can't be 1 or 3, so this is 5, which means this can't be 5. These can't be 1 or 3. It's a 2, 4 pair. None of these can match 5. Where is the 5 then in row? Because they are not given, so they can't be friendly. Where is the 5 then? It has to be one of these two digits here. Actually, what do we have remaining? We have 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 4, 5, 6, 9. 4 cannot be here, so 4 has to be one of these. 6, 5, and 6 can't be here because those are both friendly in these two cells. Row 5 and box 6. So this must be a 4, 9 pair, which means this is a 5, 6 pair, which means in box 5, we have a 7, 9 pair because of the 5, 6 pair in the set and the 2, 4 pair in the set. This can't be 9 because that would match the column, and that it's not given, so it's not friendly. So this is a 4, this is a 9. These 3 digits must add up to that digit, and this is not given, so it cannot be 9. So it has to be either 7 or 8, because 4 with either 1 and 2 add up to 7, 4 with 1 and 3 add up to 8. Either way, you need a 1 here, so this has to be 1. And this is 2 or 3, which adds up to 7 or 8 here. This could match 2 or 3. This cannot match 7 because that would be the same row. And it's not given, which means it's not friendly, so that can't match the row. So it can't be 7. This is 8, which makes this 3. Okay, what else do we know? We know 4 has to be one of these two digits here because 4 can't be here because of the 4, 6 pair. 4 can't be here because of the 4 in the column. And 4 can't be here because of the 4 in the row. 9 has to be one of these two. These 3 digits add up to this single digit. You cannot have a 3 here because none of them are given. And yeah, you can't have a 3 there because none of them are given, so they can't be friendly, which means they cannot contain a 3 because this is column 3. You need 2 digits. Again, like I said here, was it here? Or it was here. If you have 3 digits adding up to a single digit, which we do have here, you always have 2 digits from 1 through 3 in that set. Right? Because again, 1, 2, 3 adds up to 6. At least 2. 1, 2, 3 adds up to 6. 1, 2, 4 adds up to 7. 1, 2, 5 and 1, 3, 4 add up to 8. 1, 2, 6, which has 1 and 2. 1, 3, 5, which has 1 and 3. And 2, 3, 4, all which has 2 and 3, all add up to 9. And since 3 cannot be here, this must be a 1, 2 pair. It cannot be with 3. It cannot be with 4. It could be with 5 or 6, which means this is 8 or 9 here. This 1 and 2 having to be here means this can't be 1 or 2, so this is 7, which makes this 1, which makes this 2. These 2 digits at least add up to this. This is column 3 and box 7. And we have row 7, row 8, row 9. Hmm. This digit cannot be 1, 3, or 5. Row 7 means, and not being given means it can't match 7. Column 4 means it can't match 4. So there could be cannot be 1, it could be 2, cannot be 3, cannot be 4 because 4 is in the column, can't be 5, or 4 is the column and it's not a friendly cell because it's not given. Can't match 5, could be 6, cannot match 7 because 7 is the row number. Can't be 8. Could be 8 because of the 8 in the row. Can't be 9. Oh, so 8 in column 8 has to be one of these two cells because of the 8 already in column 7 and column 9. 8 has to be one of these three. 8 can't be here, here, or here, so 8 must be one of these two digits. This cannot be 9, because if this were 9, it adds up with another digit to add up to at most 9, which would be 9 and 1 adds up to 10, which is not allowed. We don't know what this is. It could be 3 digits here. We just don't know. What are these digits here? We have 9 cannot be any of these, so 9 has to be one of these two here. Remaining digits in box 2 cannot be 1, 3, 5, or 8, so it's what? 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. Well, 2 cannot be in any of the visible ones, so this is 4, 6, 7, 9. 6 cannot be in any of the visible ones, so this can't be 6. 9 cannot be either of these because of the 9 in the row. Column, so this is row 1 here, and box 2. Column 5, column 6, row 3, column 6 and 5. What is the rest of column 7? We can have 1, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Well, this can't be 1 or 3. This can't be 1 or 3 because of the 1 in the 3 in the box. This can't be 2 because of the 2, 4 pair in the row. This can't be 1 or 3 or 5. This can't be 5. We have a 2, 5, 7 triplet in column 7, which eliminates 2, 5, and 7 in the rest of the column. This can't be 2 or 7. This can't be 2, 5, or 7. So it's 1 or 3 here or 1 or 3 here. Okay. The rest of box 6 has to be 2, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, this can't be 2, though, because none of these are 2, because of the 2, 4 pair here. We need 3 to be one of these two digits here. 3 cannot be here or here. So in column 3, where is the 3? It must be one of these two digits. The rest What's the rest of row 2? We have 2, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Well, this can't be 2 because of the 2 in the column. Therefore, this is 2, 6, 7, 8, 2, 6, 7, 8. But this can't match 8 because of the 8 in the column. One of these is a 2 because we know none of these are given, and the 2 would have to be given in box 2. So 2 has to be one of these 2, which means this cannot be 2. This must be 6. So that's 6, and that gives us a lot of givens, right? These are all the givens, which are probably all friendly, right? This one matches the... Yeah, that gives us all the friendlies, I think. 1 matches its box number, its row number, and its column number. 2 matches its column number here. 3 matches its row and its column. This 4 matches the column. 2 matches the box number. 3 matches the box number. 2 matches the row number. So this can't be 2. We can't have 2, 7, or 8 here. This can't be 7 or 8. 7 matches the column number. 8 matches the column number. 4 matches the box number. 5 matches the box number. 6 matches the column number. 6 matches the box number here. 7 matches the box number here. 8 matches the row number here. 8 matches the box number here. And 9 matches the box number here. So this cannot be 8 here. This 3 eliminates 3 here, so this is 1, which makes this 3. This 7 eliminates 7 here, so this is 5 and 2. This can't be 2, 5, or 6, so this is 7, which makes this not 7. This is 9. This is 7. This is 6. We don't. That means this can't be 6. This can't be 6, so this is 4. This is 6. Neither of these can be 6 here. We have 8 cannot be here anymore. This can't be 3. We have in box 1 a 7-8 pair because we have the 6-9 pair here, which eliminates 6 and 9 in the rest of the box. So this is 7 or 8. This can't be 7 so because of the 7 in the column. So this must be 8, which makes this 9. So this is 1, 2, and 6 adding up to 9. So this must be 6. And this must be 1, 2, which forces this to be a 5 remaining in column 3. That leaves this as a 6. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so this is 9 and 6. This 4 eliminates 4 in the rest of the box. This can't be 4. This is 7. This can't be 4 or 7, so this is 9. This can't be 7 or 4, so this is 6. 4 cannot be here. This must be a 5. That makes this a 4, and this is 6, which leaves this as 7. 8 cannot be here anymore. Where is the 8 in box 4? It must be here, which forces this to be 3. That leaves this as, so we have 4 remaining in column 2. So this is 4. We have 3, 5, and 9 remaining in column 1, and this can't be 3 or 9 because of the 3 or 9 in the row. So this is 5, and then we have a 3, 9 pair here. This can't be 8. The last remaining digit is a 9 in column 4, so this is 9, which makes this 3, which makes that 9. This last remaining digit is a 5. In column 8, we have 1, 2, and 7 remaining. This can't be 7, so this is 1 or 2. This could be 1, 2, or 7. This could be 1, 2, or 7. We have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair in row 7, which means the rest of the row cannot contain 1 or 2. We only have 3 and 5 left then. And this can't be 5 because of the 5 in the column, so this is 3, this is 5. The 3 eliminates 3 here, so it's 1 and 3. The rest of box 8 has to be 1, 2, 4, and 7. 1 can't be here because of the 1 in the column. 7 can't be here because of the 7 in the column. 4 can't be here because of the 4 in the row. You cannot have 4 or 7 here because that would add up to 6, with 6 to add up to at least 10. So this must be 2, which makes this 4, which makes that 2. This 2 eliminates 2 here, so that's 1 and 2, which makes that not 2, so this is 1. This can't be 1 or 2, so this is 7, which makes this a 2. That eliminates 2 from being here, so this is 1. This can't be 2 here, so this is 7. That can't be 1 or 2, so this is a 4. And that's how you solve it. Yeah, pretty interesting use of fog of war with the friendly givens and the region sum line. You'll occasionally run into the friendly cells. I think you've also the given thing with the fog of war is you'll see it, but it's not very common at all. Friendly cells are sometimes is a rule set that you sometimes see. And obviously you'll see a lot of region sum lines because that's pretty popular. So I would say probably region sum lines is the most is the rule set you'll probably see the most in this set. Followed by friendly cells and then givens with fog of war. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.